Hey everyone, it's Angel again. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I will just jump right into it. I would really like to make a journal for a friend of mine as a thank you gift. She recently got some gifts or some toys for my dogs since one of my dogs just turned 2 years old, and she got him some really cute toys, and so I just wanted to make her a journal as a thank you. I thought that was really nice of her for thinking about them, and so I want to do this. Is going to be the first time that I'm doing this. I'm going to be decorating it with this really beautiful napkin, or a serviette, as my in-laws would call it, my French-speaking in-laws. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this box that I got in the mail. My husband got an SUV recently, and they sent us a gift. And when I opened it and I saw how it opened, I thought, oh, that looks like it would, be great for a journal. So I've already went ahead and measured out how big I want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead, just to save time, I won't do it on camera. I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut it. I mean, this is as straight as I'm going to get it. Kind of need to like trim some pieces here and there, but yeah, I think I have I'm off to a good start here. Because it's so white, it's just too like blindingly white for me. And then this napkin is a little bit of a creamy color. I think what I want to do, because I have to cover this part up anyway, is I'm going to take some gesso and mix it with some acrylic paint and cover over it. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready to paint, and then I'll be right back. I am ready to paint, and so well, I should probably shake this. It's been a while since I've used this gesso, but I'm gonna use my silly book here as my palette, and then so I'm just gonna add a teeny tiny bit of yellow ochre and a teeny tiny bit of red ochre, just to, I don't know, just because I don't want it to be white, and I think using the gesso is gonna give it like, that is, this yellow ochre, this is the ugliest. Is this not the ugliest color you've ever seen? It's horrible. It's so nasty. It looks like puke. Anyway, so but I think it's gonna make I think it's gonna mix with the gesso into a nice like creamy kind of color, especially with the red ochre. I just want it to be like not so, oh, okay, that's nice. Not so white. I mean, I want it to be like a pale color, because we're not going to see this. At least I hope we're not going to see this, but it is going to be the background, and I wanted it a little bit less. I wanted it less. I wanted it more subtle, excuse me. But I think this is going to be good enough. This is going to be perfect. This is fine. And like I said, I just wanted to cover this part up. I mean, we have like these pretty birds and flowers, and and then like this barcode and the Land Rover emblem. So yeah. So this is just going to give it a little bit of a nicer background when I put the napkin on. I mean, I hope. Like I said before, I have never done this before. I'm sure it's, you know, it's not that hard, but I'm sure it's harder than it looks. So, yeah. So that's gonna need a second coat. Okay, so we are dry. I didn't paint the inside. I don't know, maybe I should have, but I think for now I'm just gonna focus on the cover. I got everything that I wanted covered up, pretty much covered up, or at least camouflage. I actually kind of like the variation in the color, like the streaks and stuff. So this is going to be the front of my little book, and that'll be the back. So this is the scary part, guys. So bear with me, because like I said, I've never done this before. But everyone that I've watched who's done this successfully has taken the napkin apart. So this napkin has, it looks like it's got 3 layers, and so I'm going to carefully pull this apart, which is great because then I can use this I can use the napkin for my tea that I'm drinking here. So okay, so I just want to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I think I want to, okay, well, I think it kind of fits. Actually, it kind of fits perfectly, almost perfectly, just about perfectly. So I think what I'm going to do is cut the fold here off before I start with the Mod Podge. I think that's going to make life, well, I hope it's going to make life a little bit easier for me here when I glue it down. So yeah. I hope everyone's having a nice winter. This, I want to say, oops, I've been living in northern Florida most of my life, and I want to say this is the warmest winter we've ever had. So, I don't know. I'm happy about that. I mean, you know, I think that's good. I just kind of want to see how I want it to sit. I kind of want the bird to be, yeah, that's how I want it. Okay, all right. Okay, so here's the easy part and kind of the funnest part of all this, which is the glue. Glopping down the glue, and I'm using this brush just because I think it's kind of soft. I want it to be like even. I think. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna just put like, I think I want to put like a thin layer. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I hope I'm doing this right. But I think, like, just from everybody that I've watched, it seems to be the most important thing is making sure that you get an even layer on the napkin after you have it on. I think that's, I feel like that's what everybody that I watch that does this seems to say. So that's what I'm going to try to do, and I'm really pleased. I didn't want such a pinky color. You know, when I was mixing the gesso, I wanted it to be like an off-white cream color, like a warm cream color. But I ended up putting too much of the red ochre and deep yellow. Is this deep yellow ochre? Yeah, yellow ochre deep. 99 cents, y'all. At Tuesday morning. My friend sent it to me. When I told her that I'd started making journals. So, okay, so here's the scary part. I mean, I feel like there's really no wrong way to do this, right? I mean, I hope not. So, okay, this is wax paper. I may or may not have made a mistake in using the wax paper. So, there we go. Oh, let me make sure this is nicely put down. I don't want it wrinkled, but I don't mind if it's a little bit wrinkled because I don't like it when things look too perfect, you know? I want things to be done right, but I don't want them done perfectly. So, yeah, and there's a little bit of a wrinkle there, but that can't be helped now. But I think that's okay. So, and probably what I should do is bend this. Okay. All right. Okay, well, that wasn't hard, but I mean, you know, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard, and I probably shouldn't celebrate yet because I'm not done yet. So yeah, so just hang out with me, guys. That's what we do on my channel. We hang out. Yeah. I actually have the waterproof Mod Podge, the waterproof, excuse me, formula, which I've never used, and I have a feeling that actually that would probably be the best thing to use here, but I think it leaves a glossy finish, which I really don't like because the glossy finish leaves like you can see the brush strokes, you know, when it dries, and that's why I prefer the matte finish. But I do have an acrylic fixative that I bought because I wanted to get a sticker machine. I haven't gotten a sticker machine yet, but I want to start making my own stickers with you know, some of my cutesy little watercolor paintings, and I don't know, just to have, or just to give, or maybe even to sell if the mood strikes me. But so I think what I could do is spray some acrylic fixative over it once it's dry. But yeah, so okay, all right, well, I think what I want to do is quiet, guys. Shh, shh, shh. My dogs are barking. So I want to bend it, and I feel like I want it to dry like that, sitting up like that. And since this is wax paper, I think it's okay. Yeah, and I'm probably, since I have like a little tear on the side, I don't want to mess with it too much because I think I'm going to mess it up. But yeah, I think, okay, so I'm going to let it dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been a couple days since I started this, and all I've done is put an extra layer of Mod Podge over this. I probably should put some acrylic, like an acrylic fixative spray on this, and I probably will, but I am just too lazy to get it out. I have a lot of stuff packed away, kind of like the things that I don't necessarily need like every day, because as I said in my last video, we're moving, and I'm gonna be actually giving my 30-day notice today. So yeah, so I am moving from northern Florida. I live on the beach. I mean, I'm not beachfront. I have lived beachfront in the past, which is wonderful, but I am within walking distance to the ocean. It's just right there. The ocean's right there. You can hear it at night. To Dallas, Texas, which is a wonderful place to live. It's a wonderful city. But I'm definitely going to miss the beach. I mean, I've like grown up, you know, my entire life I've lived close to the beach, and anytime I move away from the beach, it's really hard for me. But no matter what, I always have my art. So anyway, I went to Michael's last night with my mom, and I kind of went to town on a lot of their $1.50, you know, 2 for $3 sections, and I got a couple of ribbons, and I really like this key ribbon because I want to glue in a ribbon so that, you know, when you close it, it can tie, and I want to do that, you know, before I do anything else, you know, before I put like you know, something to finish this up, because I want it to be pretty on the inside. And I think at first I thought I was gonna use this blue because I just thought that it was kind of pretty with the pink, but excuse me, I'm actually really liking the keys. I don't even mind that it's white. Normally I would probably like dye this, and I may still. I mean, I could do it with this. Let me test it. Let me test it just to see what it would like. Oh, yeah, that's a little too brown. That's a little too brown, but actually it's actually kind of pretty. That's actually kind of pretty. Okay, so I'll think about that if I'm gonna dye it or not. But in the meantime, I am definitely wanting to glue it in so that I can go ahead and let it dry and you know, work on the middle. So I think what I need to do is kind of measure it out, how, like, roughly how much I want to stick out. Okay. This for sure, I'm probably, once I you know what, and I want to do this. I want to give it that finished, like, oh, you know what, these scissors are really not, they're not very sharp. While I was at Michael's, I should have gotten better scissors, but I'm trying to like keep my shopping, at least for art supplies, I'm trying to keep it a little bit under control because I have, you know, I have so many things I need to pack away. So, okay, so that's good. And what I usually do when I do this is put clear nail polish, or, you know, just something, anything to keep it from fraying. So yeah, so I'm not even gonna measure it. I mean, most people would be like, you know, we should measure the, you know, to find out where the true middle is. And a shortcut for that, I'll show you a shortcut for that, actually would be to draw straight lines between the two corners, and then there you've got your true middle. But I'm just gonna eyeball it, and yeah. So that's what I mean, this is the middle, that's the middle that I'm gonna choose. I'm going to just I'm gonna mark it. Oops, oh my goodness, my table is so messy, you guys, it's awful. So I'm just gonna mark it right here, and I want to at least have a straight line so that I can do my my glue. I can put my glue in a straight. I'm still drinking my coffee, which is why I can't even speak properly. It's morning, and I'm trying to get this kind of I'm trying to get at least the little things that I need to do done you know, so I can let it dry, and then when I come back, because I gotta take my dogs to the park and go do a bunch of errands, but I wanted to do this real quick. Which it's not, it's not turning out very quick, but you know, whatever. So that's all I'm gonna do is just, so at least there, it's kind of straight. The, you know, my ribbon, and when I close it, it will meet up, you know. So what I'm gonna do here then is kind of try to find the middle, and so I'm just gonna pinch it like that. And I feel like I need to be really generous with the glue. It's really hard for me to grip. I injured my arm, you guys, like throwing like the squeaky balls for my dogs at the dog park. It's given me tennis elbow, and like everything, I feel like everything I do with this hand hurts my arm. It's awful. It makes me feel so old. So I'm just going to, since this is the middle, just gonna put it down. I almost feel like I kind of want to leave it white. It doesn't really bother me that it's white, just because the keys are you know, are black. So I'm just gonna use this, the back of this. I think this is like a dollar store, either dollar store or like in the craft section clearance at CVS paintbrush, because I don't want to use, I mean, my watercolor brushes, they're not the most expensive, but I use them only for watercolor. So I'm just gonna go over it with my finger and glue it down. I may speed this part up because, I mean, who wants to watch glue dry? So, oh, and then when it, okay, it kind of crinkles up. Okay, so I kind of want to dry it like that. I don't know. Well, no, we'll dry it down. We'll dry it how we dry it, and then worst case scenario, I can put a stitch in there. I'm getting a sewing machine eventually. I've been wanting one for a long time. My mom, I've been waiting for my mom to come back from the Philippines. She was there with my dad, you know, enjoying their retirement, because they built like a little house on the island that she's from, and so now they're back for a little while. My dad kind of went nuts over there. I have so many funny stories for you guys. My dad's like such a you know, like a military guy, you know. He can't deal with like disorganization and you know, things that aren't quite, you know, orderly. And he, you know, island life is not for somebody like that. But I'm glad he did have a, you know, at least a little bit of rest. I mean, it's been a long time since he's been in the military. I mean, he retired from the Navy like, oh, over 20 years ago. But it's like, once you've been in the military, it's like you're never out. I don't think, at least not with my dad. So so yeah, so now we have like a little ribbon. I don't mind that it's white, but I may, let me put that aside to dry. I'll put that right here. And let me just cut this piece off and see. So I have this tea dye. I saw a video of, oh, I like that. This is the tea dye, or tea stain. I like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. And I wonder if it will be like, well, no, I don't think it'll be water reactive. I mean, it will be water reactive, but it won't be mottled. But yeah, I kind of like that. Is that too matchy? We'll see. I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll be back to work on this part. Okay.